read it in one night. And I am not a reader. I don't sit there and read like that. And I just couldn't put it down. It was so good. And I was so interested because it kept you on your toes. You wanted to know what was going on next. You wanted to know what happened. So my question is for you, which I didn't get a whole lot of it in the book, but how did you, in your spiritual walk, how did you get to that point to where you really felt like you needed to make a change in your life?
I think the primary thing was not being raised in church was different because I didn't really understand when I got in church. And so when I got to church, I was in the Church of God in Christ, and so it was very, very rigid, very, very strict, very, very follow the rules, which is what I really needed, because I'm coming from a place of ignorance into a place of trying to really learn and understand. And I really had a heart for God. I really, really love God. And so it was, God, you saved me, but you didn't deliver me. And my thought was, I was doing all this stuff before I met you, and you took away this, and you took away cursing, you took away drinking, you took away smoking. Why won't you take this away? This is the one that would cause me to go to hell. Why won't you take this away? And I struggled with God about that. And because I had a pastor that was really anointed and after God's heart, he really just poured so much into me that my love for God was just crazy. It's the only, it just was unexplainable. And so I would spend time in prayer, spend time in meditation, and I just, my goal was just to be after God's heart, because that's what I had seen with him. I want your heart. I want to understand why it is that you're working this way. This was 2006. So where I'm now, it makes sense to me because he had a purpose in it. Back then, I'm just struggling. I'm like, God, it can't be this. It just can't be this way. And so I think my spiritual walk was really one of desperation. Is probably the best word. I was desperate to really know him. I was desperate to really get to be in tune with him. I was desperate for him to just talk to me like he talked to my pastor. I was desperate for that. In desperation, you'll do whatever you have to do. And so I did the things that God called me to do that was abnormal or different from those other people that was side by side with me when I started. And I think that was the real truth of what that spiritual thing looked like for me.
I have cards in case anybody don't want to say their question, they want to write it down. Does anybody else have any questions or anything?
Don't be shy.
My question is, do you think that anybody with this type of addiction can overcome it without the Lord?
My response is absolutely not. I don't, when you think about it, the world is not concerned about this. In the world, it's not an issue to have multiple sex partners. It's not an issue to cheat on your wife. It's not an issue to be out there. It's not an issue for the world. It's only until the coming to Christ that the new creature will come. So if you don't have that relationship with God, I'm not saying that he won't touch that situation, but the overcoming is going to take deep spiritual knowledge, because you're trying to get to him as opposed to satisfy your desires. So I don't think it's possible. Just me.
Any more questions?
Yeah. A lot of people say, well, I don't have any sexual addiction or anything like that. But if you actually look at yourself, a lot of people find themselves in some type of involvement in something. Some people have addiction with drugs. Some people just overeat, to the point that you just bloated. And like you said, with diabetes, and you know you're on the verge of diabetes, but you still want that fried chicken, you still want that other things. And do you believe that God can heal us from anything like that?
I do believe. I believe God can heal you from anything. The Bible says that by His stripes we are healed. The healing may not look like we want it to look. The healing may not come in the form of life restoration. The healing may come